is Roman going to look at Roman? Oh, I was so curious to know if he was gonna take the exit. You want me to brush you? Okay, I'll brush you while we talk about this. I wonder if Ruby would let me put a blanket on her. That would be something, wouldn't it? Lord help me. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey y'all, I'm editing this video to play tomorrow morning, but please know that it was recorded over the weekend, so a lot of things have evolved since this recording. For instance, if you watch Longhorn Lester, you know that he's been stuck in the mud and has done all kinds of mitigation for the mud, but just enjoy the video and watch our sweet guy, and not Lester, Roman. Watch Roman and how he interacts with the situation. I love you. In today's episode of JL North, Roman will meet the Argo, Huntmaster 8x8, blah, 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 blah. Also known as the Haymobile. So, you'll notice that Lester, as agile as he can be, gave that the most graceful exit that we possibly could. Roman's like, what is that? What is that, baby? Oh, you want me to brush you? Okay, I'll brush you while we talk about this. So, I wanted to go and just bring the hay in, but as you can see, it is so muddy. Now, is Roman going to look at Roman? Oh, I was so curious to know if he was gonna take the exit or go eat. Okay. What a smart horse. It is so muddy right there. I'm so frustrated with this mud, and it's only gonna get worse. Roman's like, did you know you left the gate open, sir? He's such a good horse. Such a great horse. He's having him some good dinner, some hay and some grain. And the Argo lives another day. Roman's like, actually, I'll take the exit. I'll go ahead and exit. He's wondering, he's like, I can go with you. Poor Roman. Just wants to go pay a visit to his friends next door so badly. It's so windy and so cold out here right now. The hay rolls are up for a good job, babe. Good job. The hay rolls are up for a wind block. But I bought Roman a blanket, and I am not sure if Roman's gonna tolerate a blanket. But once he's done eating, I may walk in there and just touch it on his back and see what he does. Let him smell it. It may never make it on him. He has pretty dang thick hair, but I'm telling you that this is cold. And I just want to make sure that he's comfortable. We will eventually have a north wall on this building, and stalls built out, so that will also help with the wind block. For now, obviously, the barn is dry, which is super important, and the hay blocks the majority of that wind. And I noticed that he's got a little dirt on him because he's been rolling. I saw Lester caught him doing that. Now, not rolling in a colicky way, rolling in he let his guard down way. Horses roll. That's where they sort of stretch out, and they rub some dirt on it, essentially. And Roman rubbed some dirt on himself, which was a huge sign of his just adapting to here. A lot of people have been concerned about seeing his nose running this morning, but I will tell you, I've been in contact with Dr. Cochran about that. It's not a constant run, it's when it's super cold out. And what she told me is, does he have a fever? No. Does he have a cough? No. Is he eating normal? Yes. She goes, it could simply just be that it's that cold outside and he has a little tickle or something like that, but most of the time horses' immune systems will fight that themselves. She goes, I can come out and take a look and listen to his lungs. She goes, but if he doesn't have any of those other symptoms, it's very unlikely that I'm going to hear anything. Ma'am, I'm not brushing you enough. I'm not allowed to leave. Being held hostage here. This is a sloppy mess, and I told Lester that we are expecting 4 more inches of rain in the next 2 days. It's gonna get worse, but on Monday after it's done, we should consider a couple of loads of just sand to build this area up, this all along here, and get some of that water pushed out of there. So that is what we will do. Sweetie, you're not sick. You're not sick at all. Roman, Mama loves you. I love you so much. I'll let him finish eating. The other thing about animals when they're cold, horses when they're cold, is giving them extra grain and extra hay allows them to warm up. I know that sounds crazy, but eating warms them up. Fueling, giving them fuel. So Roman's got some extras. He's not sad about that. Sadie would like extras. She's like, I'm cold too, Mom. Oh boy. Sadie, your tail looks all janky. We're gonna have to trim that up, baby. Seriously? Seriously, baby, seriously? I was super pleased that we found a halter that fits Roman when I got here. Lester had put it on him, so that's great news. We do have to make an adjustment to the nose area. It's a little bit big there, but fits his head just right. So we'll get that all done here this afternoon as well. I can't believe, I know it's like 45 degrees out, but it's a really cold 45 to be honest with you. Which makes me feel bad for the cows. Like, I know what you're saying, Jamie, they're animals. Yeah, but I want to like put blankets on them all. Like, I wonder if Ruby would let me put a blanket on her. That would be something, wouldn't it? She might. That might be something I might think of doing with Ruby Sue this weekend. We aren't going to get down to actual freezing, so it would just be to try. I would never leave it on her. I would never allow that to be a thing. But because Ruby was raised by our hands, she would probably be her and Danny would probably be the only two that would allow me to do any sort of Longhorn dress up session at all. I think my ride might be leaving me. It certainly feels that way. Let's not step on the 5-mile ant mound. Holy cow. You would think it'd be too cold. We better move. Dad's loading up hay, baby. I am the hay czar, you know. I have to count all my rolls and pay attention to what's what and make sure that I know where all hay is at all times. Hi, beautiful ladies. And this one is going to JL South. Oh boy, he's got his fancy flashers on. You know, I still haven't ridden in that tractor yet, let alone driven it. Must be too warm inside. He had to open up the door and crank up the radio. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Lord Lester of the Longhorns, trying to impress the hay czar. I was already impressed with the hay. I didn't need all of that. Lord help me. That's all I'm gonna say.